I want to talk about this. It's nothing new, right? But it seems it's really been amped up with social media. Listening to celebrities talk about politics, right? I think no disrespect, right? But like, and the reason I'm bringing this up is that like what I hear, I haven't heard all of it, right?
Yeah.
But when I usually hear the breakdown of what they have to say is so immature,
Yeah.
intellectually.
Yeah.
It doesn't delve into anything.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't analyze anything. It's just like a regular conversation you hear on the street in regards to regurgitation of the headline. But they're aware of the importance of the celebrity.
Yeah.
On the psyche of the population, and they continue to use them. But like, why do you think people still internalize what celebrities say about politics?
Because these stupid celebrities, Plies comes to mind. Plies is a political moron. He's like, it's not even like a joke. Like, he's a moron. He doesn't know anything. This is somebody that made a song called Bust It Baby and has not said, hey, I turned over a new leaf. That was kind of goofy me. It's not, the rebrand didn't give the explanation of how you got from here to here. Now you're doing politics. This is the same person that made songs about my homies is in jail for whatever, and then was dick riding Biden, who legislation quite possibly sent your homies to jail. Now it's Kamala Harris. But that's our fault. The general public is just as retarded as Plies.
Come be a part of history and experience the sharing of wisdom from some of the most brilliant thought leaders in our community. Come see Muda Baruka, Styles P, Nori Muhammad, Lawrence Haja, Dr. Dorothy Holly, Dejaz Mach Kwasi, Deborah Hines, and Midwife Asasia impart their wisdom at Groundings with My Brothers and Sisters, a holistic health conference. A plant-based breakfast and lunch are included. Looking forward to seeing you there. Why do we hold so much weight to what a celebrity says in the area of politics?
Because the general public doesn't know anything about politics. And I get it. You want to go to a trusted source. It may not be the right source, but you want to believe that this person that you watch on television and put so much into his or her craft, you almost feel like they're your friend.
I just want to touch on something. You know what I noticed too? People think once you kind of you're good at something,
it translates.
It doesn't.
Bro. It does not.
It does not. There's no correlation.
Bro, listen.
There are many things I'm not good at, and there are many things I'm good at.
I'm good at a few things. I don't do electrical work. You're not good at this yet, Maj. Don't do it. Your man John does that. That's why he's an electrician. They think that translates, and they have an affinity towards this person because they've been glamorized and you've watched them. You've praised. You've seen this star, and you want to believe that you want to stay in league with this person that you care about so much, and because the music that's been selected in certain sections of the movie has a relationship to how you feel. So 20 years of watching, insert whatever person, you almost get to the point where you ignore their contradictions. I'll give you a perfect example. You'll ignore the fact that Guns N' Roses has been a rock smash metal group, anti-system, for 40 years. Rage Against the Machine, Pearl Jam, and I'm just going back in time to up now, groups that are old enough, right? These are groups of people that when you were 17, you liked them and they helped you through these times. Music marks points of time in your life, and you have an attachment to the group and the person. And then that person, you want to identify with that person because you like them. And then they have never had a conversation and you don't see the contradiction. They don't say, here's how I got from here to here. You don't know that conversation. Then they show up and they do the exact opposite of what all of their music was about. And then they rage for the machine. They say, again, Guns N' Roses had a big old piñata of Trump on one of their concert stages like last week and let people up and smash the piñata. The emotional attachment to the bread and circuses and the characters that are hand-fed by Hollywood, mainstream media, more importantly, legacy media, that have a leftist narrative are specifically there to keep you paying attention to the bread and circuses. So that part works 1000%. In Rome, they didn't even know Rome was like conquered. There was the killers of Rome came into the bread and into the Colosseums and started slaughtering the people in the Colosseum. They were so fixated with the game that they weren't paying attention that their whole empire had fallen, and the killers came in and stabbed them to death in the Colosseum.
That's what's taking place right now, right?
We watching it. We if you are an entertainer, you do have the right to express your political opinion. You do. I have the right to go, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then here's how you don't know what you're talking about. That's why people like, again, I'm going to pick on Plies because I think he's a moron. That's why the general public is so silly and doesn't understand civics. That's why he'll stay right in the pocket of how he feels about Trump and why we should support from an emotional angle. No policy. He doesn't know the fact that she flip-flops. He just doesn't want to acknowledge it. He definitely doesn't know the fact that when she was in California, and I heard Charlemagne say it wasn't true and it was a narrative. It is true. You 1000% kept over 1,500 inmates in California for cannabis possession. You kept them in jail, even though it was lawful then in your state at the time, because your state needed to free prison slave labor. That is what you did. And now you're talking about joy. The problem is the people like me and the others that you guys have interviewed know what we're talking about. And our memory isn't like a goldfish. It isn't 7 seconds. We go, it don't even got to be that long. It can be 10 seconds. You could go, at the debate, Kamala Harris said, me and Waltz are gun owners. We're not trying to take nobody's guns. And then 2 days later, she put a ban assault weapons post up on her social media. Then if you go back further than that, you have some photos or videos circulating on the internet right now where her saying, we're not saying that you can't keep a gun. It was her and Gavin Newsom some years ago. We're not saying that you can't keep a firearm. But that doesn't mean we're not going to march in your home and see if you're not handling those weapons and firearms properly. That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. So since it's a violation of the Fourth Amendment, you're a person that is going for the job of the presidency. That job has 3 lanes to it. Command the armed forces, secure the borders, uphold the Constitution. The general public doesn't know that that's the job of the president. So if the general public doesn't know that that's the job of the president, she can just say things and the celebrities can mirror these feel-good tactics, collard greens in my tub. Plies. Y'all just don't want to get behind a black woman. That's what it is. I see what it is. You just don't want to give it. That's that step and fetch it, tap dance, corny shit. But if you don't know anything about civics or the job and the role, you won't view it the same. And then if you start to know, the commander-in-chief, the head of the executive branch, which is the president, has to command the armed forces. It's called the commander-in-chief. Do you think that these wild military dudes respect her enough to accept commands from her? We don't need a cackling hyena. Why did Trump have so much respect? Because he commanded respect. That's the job that you're supposed to do. Now, I think Trump's light on that Fourth Amendment and that Second Amendment. Not as bad as them. But if the general public doesn't even understand this, and they have these trusted sources that I've been listening to Bust It Baby since the mid-2000s. I like Plies. Oh, he changed his teeth from golds to veneers, right? If that's their attachment to this person and they don't know anything, of course the trusted source wouldn't lie. He's too loud to be lying. No, he's lying and he's dumb, but he's loud and you like him. And so that's our fault. That's our fault because, if I threw a party today and said, it's all of the liquor going to be free. It's going to be free. Come to the Solutionary Center. It's going to be free. People will show up faster. It wouldn't be powerful, but the people will show up faster. But if I say it's $20 to get in, but the liquor free. And if I say it's $10 for a civics class, it's online, you don't even have to leave your crib. You're going to get a PDF that comes right to your email, the whole curriculum, the situation is going to be, and it's going to empower you. Only a select few of the people are going to tap in for that. And that's the problem. That's our problem. Our culture, Our politics and our economics need to be all in alignment like the Jewish community. And then when that happens, then we start to go, what does she mean? That's the job. She ain't do the job. What you mean it's time for a change? You was in the office the last 3.5 years. You the person in there now. So which one is it? We need change, or you did a good job when you was in there? And if the people start evaluating it from that perspective, they'll start seeing how stupid the celebrities are. These are the same celebrities that are now stepping down and being quiet because they was at freak-offs with Diddy.